Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name's Julie. It's still technically Christmas for me because it's Boxing Day and I class it as Christmas right up until I go back to work. So I'm going to continue doing like Vlogmas type videos, hopefully. I don't think I'll be doing a huge amount today. Today it will be having leftovers from Christmas Day. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas. We just had a chilled one at home with just my family and it was lovely. We had a lovely dinner, a lovely day. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully be casting on my hat and doing some knitting. I've got a new knitting book, I'll show it you later. Eddie's made breakfast, so I'm going to go down and get that now and I hopefully will show it you. And I have got a bit of a chat I need to have with you when I've had my breakfast and I'll do that then. So this is breakfast. It's not. We've actually got some butcher's sausages with some bread and butter as well and an egg. Quite a straightforward, simple breakfast because that's what we want. And then later on, there are a load of leftovers. This is only veg that's been out and we have no heating on, so it's not all in here. All the meat's in the fridge. So we'll be having leftovers today for dinner. But yeah, this is breakfast and I shall catch you in a bit. Okay, breakfast is done and this is the hard bit that I really didn't want to have to do, but I've actually got some notes because I don't want to forget to say anything and it's important that I do say this. So I've written it down and hence why I've got my glasses back on. Some of you may have noticed some nasty comments on my Vlogmas videos in the last couple of days. And the worst thing about them was that the person involved, the troll, was actually someone that I know. And they were making some really hurtful comments and they were lying, basically. As many of us know that families can be really complex and you don't automatically get on with everybody in your family. It's not given that just because you're blood related that you're going to actually like or get on with somebody. And my family dynamics is no different. Obviously, you see my actual family, Eddie and the kids. You see Kath. I've got a good relationship with my brother. But my story is no different. I've got a complex family. I'm not from a broken family, but my family is complex. And for my own mental health reasons, I choose to keep the people close to me now that aren't toxic, and because it was affecting my mental health. I don't want to sound particularly cryptic about this, but my story is quite a long one. And at some point in the future, I will do a sit down video and I will share it when I feel ready. But for the meantime, I have reported these comments to YouTube because they are bullying and harassment. They were repeated, they were kept coming up and it's just too much, particularly at Christmas time. The space that we've got here on YouTube is supposed to be a positive one. And initially I was just removing the comments and I wasn't going to say anything. But the more and more that kept appearing, and then she started leaving comments on other people's comments. So apologies to Helen and Gaynor because I think it was your two comments that she left comments on. Helen in particular had actually left a comment saying that she lost her dad at Christmas last year on Boxing Day. So to have a horrible comment left on that comment, I feel absolutely devastated. And I can only apologise, Helen, because you don't deserve that. And I just really, I hope you've had an okay Christmas. I can imagine how hard it must be because, you know, it's really hard losing someone, full stop, but losing someone at Christmas as well, it must be devastating. And you certainly didn't need that. I appreciate every single one of you who come back repeatedly to watch my videos and to support me, and I consider you to be my friends. I don't think any of us need the negativity or toxic comments on here. And like I say, normally I just remove them and delete them. And I don't mention them. I don't think anything twice about them because they don't deserve to be given the time of day, because that just shows then that they've had the effect that they want. But when other people are starting to be involved, I think it's time that I have to say something. The last thing I will say on this now is that to keep repeatedly making comments and lies to other people, and especially online, it's actually a legal offence. So if the person that has been doing this is watching this video at this point, I just want to let you know that if it carries on, I will take it further because I'm not having it anymore. I can't. I think this reflects badly on you rather than me, because you're the one that's sitting behind a keyboard and making horrible, hurtful remarks at a time of year when everyone is supposed to be showing love and compassion. So that's all I'm going to say on the matter. Like I say, I do appreciate every single one of you who comes back here to watch me and support me. And that's all I can say. I I would like to be able to say that these comments haven't affected me, but they have. They have really affected me, and I can't say that it didn't sour my Christmas somewhat. And I'm sure the person will be really, really happy to hear that. But yeah, we move on. That's it. No more can be done. We move on. Right, end of. If I'm not happy with it, I'm not re-recording it. I'm just going to leave it in as it is. You can see Luna moving down there. I'm going to try and have a good day now. Ewan's at work today. Tom's still in bed at the moment because it's not that late. Eddie's upstairs playing a game or doing something. So I'm actually going to go and cast on some knitting. I haven't showed you this actually. I'm not going to do a haul of what I received for Christmas, but I'll show you this because I'm really chuffed to bits with it. So this book is a book that came out at the end of November, and I mentioned to Eddie that I really, really wanted it. And this is a knitting designer. Ignore my nails, they need repainting. This is a knitting designer called Veronica Lindberg. On YouTube, she's called Kutta Kavika, and I've made a number of her patterns before. In fact, hers is the Salty Days jumper that I'm knitting in red that I wanted to do as my Christmas jumper, which I just didn't get time to finish. I am going to still finish it. This is her new book. So I have noticed that in here, despite the fact that he did buy me a hat for Christmas, there's this hat here, and it's called Chloe, so it's very apt. So I'm going to see if I've got enough wool with the wool that Tom bought me for my birthday, and I'm going to make that hat. I think I'm going to cast that on. I'm hoping I can get gauge because she's knitting with like thin strands and putting thin strands together, whereas I've got my one strand of worsted weight. So I'm going to have to see whether it's the equivalent. I need to do a gauge swatch. And then if I do the hat and I like it and it's successful, I'm going to make Chloe one because obviously it's her name. I've got to make her one. So that's my plan for today, is to sit and try and have a start on that. I think I could rattle that hat off pretty quickly because it's ribbon stockinette. So I'm hoping I can stick something nice to watch on the TV and have a bit of a quiet time, just knitting with Luna next to me and just enjoying my break from work. So I'll show you my progress. I don't know if I actually showed you my gnome. Let me show you my gnome. So this gnome here, this was the knit along that I was doing. So this is Nana. So this is a cloak that's got faux embroidery on it. And the cloak actually comes down. It's supposed to be removable, and it is removable. She has suggested that you could kind of pin it or button on the front. And some people who bought kits got little glasses to put on her, just above her nose here. But obviously she's got a little hat, and that's her head, and her nose is there, and she's got braids and these little arms. So this is Nana. I can't stop sneezing today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I like it. I don't like it as much as my other gnome that I did out of the Gnomes of Grindelwood book. I do like it, but like I say, I prefer the other. But I've done it now. It was ready in time for Christmas, so I finished it in time. Not to be said, the same can't be said about my gingerbread basket, gingerbread house. That's not any further along than it was when you last saw it. And I don't know, I love it. I don't know if I'll ever go back and finish it. I'm just not sure. I'll see. There's so many other things that I want to work on that excite me, and the thought of doing them excite me. I want to finish my Salty Days. I want to do the hat. I want to do Chloe a hat. I want to do some fingerless mittens. I want to do another. There's loads of like sweater patterns in here, and Tom bought me a sweater's worth of wool for Christmas. Kath also bought me some wool for Christmas. So there's so many other projects that I'd rather do. I also want to cast on a blanket, whether it's crochet or knitting, but I want to do another blanket that's not Christmassy because I love that blanket. It's so handy and it's so warm, but obviously it's got Christmas presents on it. So I can't imagine me having it out all year. I'm probably going to put it away after I put the Christmas decorations away. So I am going to start on another blanket, I think, at some point, just so that it will take me a while to do it. I'm not going to put any pressure on myself under any time scale. So if I just keep doing little squares or something, or rows as and when I can, or just adding scraps onto it, then by next winter I'll have a nice big blanket. So that's my plan. But there's so much I want to work on that isn't that gingerbread house that I might just leave that. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, I've been talking for ages about nothing. And I'm going to go and do my knitting. I've got the lovely Fauna Rose on the TV. I've been watching her last vlog of the year. And I've watched this morning, who else have I watched? Claire Who Makes Things, which is another sort of maker that I watch. I've watched 2 of hers. I'm up to date with Nikki in the Vlog and Kaza and the usual suspects that I watch. So So I might actually just put a Christmas film on, even though it's like Christmas Day's gone. I might still put a Christmassy type film on, just something easy to watch whilst I do my knitting. Right, anyway, I'm going to go and I shall speak to you in a bit. Here's my dinner. I'm sitting and doing my knitting and I'm watching This Time Next Year. Nina just moved. She was cuddled next to me until I went to get my dinner. So I've got a full Christmas dinner again, apart from there's no roast potatoes and no dauphinoise potatoes on it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to having this and I shall catch you in a bit. Afternoon. I think I'm going to end the vlog here because it is 5:05 and I'm just sitting and chilling and doing my knitting. I'm about halfway through my rib of my hat. I watched the film earlier, which was This Time Next Year, I think it was called, and I really enjoyed it. Did have a little bit of a cry at the end. It was quite emotional. And then I'm watching a series called Nobody Wants This that's got Adam Brody and Kristen Bell in it, and I'm quite enjoying it. I'm on the second episode, so I'm not going to do an awful lot really. I was going to do a mince pie review because I've got a mince pie that Kath gave me from Waitrose to try, but I'm not really hungry, so I'm going to leave it for today. Might have that treat for tomorrow. So I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea now and then carry on my knitting. Waiting for Ewan to finish work. I think he's finishing at 8, so a little while longer. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, if you could, that would be wonderful. I'm so close to 1,500 and I really want to try and get there by the end of the year. So if you're enjoying the content and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It really helps the algorithms and helps the channel. And if you are subscribed and you're a regular, comment down below and let me know how your Christmas has been if you haven't already. Let me know what your plans are for the rest of the time, whether you're back at work or whether you are having a nice break. Just let me know in the comments how it's going for you, and I shall be back tomorrow with another daily video. I didn't know whether to tag this as a Vlogmas or not because we're technically after Christmas, but I'm still going to carry on doing the dailies, so it's fine. Anyway, I shall see you tomorrow for another video. Take care. Bye.